I am a history teacher, a dorm parent, an alumna, and today, a proud aunt of one of the graduates. Okay, here we go. So, as a teacher, I am always teaching every day, everywhere. Never ends. And while I love history, what I like to teach most is life. So as such, I've decided to use my time today as a cram session. I have you guys for a little bit longer, so this is my last opportunity to prepare these girls, seniors and underclassmen alike, for life off of this campus. So today I'm going to share 4 lessons, and my hope is that these 4 lessons, in here there's something for everyone to learn, to relearn, to internalize, to accept, everyone. And at the very least, something to chew over for a minute or two, okay? So here we go. Number 1, sing your own praises. Students, you all live right now in a culture of complaining, right? Teens compete to see who can have the most miserable situation over. And over time, this negativity, it can permeate your spirit. You will start to believe the negative things that you say about your life, and worse, others will start to believe them of you. So, break the mold. The next time you hear people singing their miseries instead of their own praises, acknowledge their troubles and be respectful of their pain, and then let them know your life's pretty amazing. Okay? Nothing will take the wind out of the sails of complaint quicker. There are people out there who genuinely are unhappy with themselves, and they want you to be unhappy with yourself as well. You always know that scene in Mean Girls. Yes, I'm mentioning Mean Girls again. You know the scene in Mean Girls when they're all in front of the mirror and they're complaining about themselves, and Katie, she doesn't have anything to say, but she pretends to have a problem. Don't be like Katie in that scene. Don't give in to peer pressure to make up an insecurity you don't have, or to even share one that you do have. Instead, sing your own praises. Some people don't know how to handle a confident woman. It's almost taboo for a woman to like herself. So do it. It's so much fun, okay? And this kind of positivity and self-praise is very easy if you follow lesson number 2. Lesson number 2, be a person that you can love and respect. One of the most difficult aspects of adolescence is the drive to fit in. And I promise you will grow out of it, if you haven't already. But a friend said to me the other day, the difference between fitting in and belonging is that fitting in means that you have learned the norms and behaviors and then habits to be accepted in the group. But belonging means you are accepted as you are, without the need for any new learned behaviors. So when you fit in, you are changing some part of yourself to be accepted. But when you belong, you get to be your true self. And so here's the thing about fitting in. It's exhausting. Every time the group changes, the you has to change with the group. Then you have to be someone different with each group that you're in. And then when the groups collide, oh, well, that's where the conflict comes in, because one group knows you as someone else, and the other group knows you as someone different. And then they'll say, oh, you know, so-and-so, she's so fake. Every time she's with so-and-so, she acts completely different. It's like playing multiple characters in the same play on the same night. But the question is, once the curtain closes, you're all alone. Who are you? So who do you want to be? Imagine the person you want to be, exclusive of everyone else in your life. Just take a moment and think about this. Define yourself, but not in relation to anyone else, not in relation to your family or your friends or your significant others. At the end of the day, and a million other times throughout the day while you're taking a shower or walking across campus or riding in the car, You are alone with you. Be someone you can look in the mirror. Be a person that you don't mind being alone with. Be a person you can love yourself, a person you can respect on your own merit. And once you accept yourself for who you are and love yourself as you are, people will sense that about you, and they will learn that they can either take you as you are or they can keep moving. Okay? And this brings us to lesson number 3. Savor the relationships you have made in life, but do not be afraid to let go of unhealthy relationships. There is, I believe, a such thing as relationship inertia. It's a relationship in existence will stay in its current form of existence until acted upon by an equal or opposite force. Well, we've all witnessed it. We've all been caught in it. Some of us are caught in it right now. Think about a person who maybe you were only ever friends with because your parents were friends with their parents. Growing up and getting autonomy from your parents is usually the force needed to break those forced friendships. But the key here is that the right kind of force, you can break free. And for some of you, boarding school was that force between you and middle school friends, let's say. And that's okay. You all are not the same people you were at the beginning of this school year, or at the beginning of last school year, or even 4 years ago. You are not the same person you were yesterday. Every single day, we have a million interactions and experiences that alter us, and every day we are born anew. It's not acknowledged enough, but it is okay to grow out of a friendship. Particularly as you seniors go off to college, you will pursue different interests, have different experiences, some wonderful, some hopefully very, very few heartbreaking. If you find a relationship is no longer good for you, let it go. Acknowledge the relationship, be appreciative of all the good times, mourn for the loss for a moment, and then make room for new relationships. Today, my closest, dearest Foxcroft friend is someone I did not spend much time with when I was a student here. We started talking at our 5th year reunion and have been inseparable ever since. So leave yourself open to those opportunities. Do not maintain an unhealthy relationship because you've invested so much time into it, or because it's what people expect you to do. Love yourself enough to demand only the best for yourself in your interpersonal relationships. Which brings us to my final lesson, and I really feel this is more of a truth than a lesson. You teach people how to treat you by how you treat yourself. When you put yourself down, others will put you down too. When you accept less than you deserve repeatedly, people will believe that's all you're worth. When you highlight your own flaws, people will only see you as that flaw. And when you publish your insecurities, you arm your enemies with the weapons to destroy you. Love yourself, and others will see that you deserve to be loved. Respect yourself, and others will respect you. When you all leave through these gates, whether this afternoon or next week, you all will be in a position to meet new people and have new experiences and forge new relationships. Remember, your actions towards yourself will influence how people treat you. This includes everything from what you put on your body to what you put in your body. It includes the things you stand up for and the things you march against, the things you'll give voice to, and the things you will suffer in silence. Ultimately, we accept the things we think we deserve. But trust me, you don't just deserve the best, you deserve to define what the best is for you. So, students, faculty, families, and guests, number one, sing your own praises, which is easy if you can. Number two, be a person that you can love and respect. And when you love and respect yourself, you will find yourself surrounded by people with whom you truly belong and not just fit in. And when you find those people, number three, savor those relationships. But if you find you are merely fitting in with people with whom you once used to belong, do not be afraid to let go of that unhealthy relationship, because at the end of the day, number four, you teach people how to treat you by how you treat yourself. So define what's best for you and settle for nothing less than the best. Class dismissed.